Well, I grew up just outside of Truro, so Middle Stuyak. So NSAC was always sort of there. I knew it was an option. At the same time, I was a 4-H member, so I think that was probably my biggest influence, was just having spent time at the AC through 4-H. It was just kind of a case of I knew I'd be familiar with it, and so it was a sort of a logical choice for me. When I graduated from the NSAC, I went and worked for Old Home Week, which is the PEI provincial exhibition. So I was there for 13 years. And then I left there. I retired, as I like to say. And I actually took, for the last 2 years, I've worked on contract with Agriculture in the Classroom Canada, a national organization. So that's getting agriculture into the classrooms. So on PEI, they focus on grade 3 and then at the high school level. I'm also heavily involved with 4-H. I grew up with the 4-H program, and then I was fortunate when I moved to PEI. I became a leader here, and then I've also served on their provincial council. So I've, for the last probably 8 years or so, I've been volunteering with 4-H here on PEI. So the Atlantic Farm Women's Conference, which happens every 18 months, is an initiative that another AC alumni and I created back in 2012. So her and I are the co-chairs of that. And then I'm also volunteering on the National Holstein Convention Committee, which is coming in 2019 to PEI. I think volunteering is important because there's a lot of initiatives that, in order for them to happen, they need the volunteers to do it. Knowing and understanding that your job, whether you're directly a producer or whether you're involved, somewhere along the chain, I think understanding and knowing that your role is what is feeding, your community, feeding your province, feeding your world. I think it's, I think the industry has a lot to offer, and maybe we haven't sold ourselves as much as we should have, in recent years. But I think, there's, it's just a really exciting time to be. It's challenging for sure, but I think it's there's so much potential.